In this video, I'm going to explain the trigonometric functions, how to integrate the trigonometric functions of the form sine mx times cosine nx. Here there are three cases. One of them if both numbers are odd numbers. Generally for this kind of questions, these are the easiest form. For this kind of questions, we are choosing the smallest odd number. Then we are trying to write 1 plus the form. What is here? It is 3. So 1 plus 2 we are trying to write, which means integral of cosine 7x times sine square x times sine square x times sine x dx. It's going to be. Here our aim to write cosine in terms of sine. That's why sine x dx we have here. It means that cosine x it's going to chosen as u, cosine x it should be equal to u, and sine x dx, to get sine x dx I need to get the derivative. Sine x dx is equal to du, it's going to be. But before then this step we need to remember sine square also I have here, and sine x I don't have any substitution value for the sine x, but I know that actually that's why I made like that. I have chosen the smallest one. Then sine square becomes 1 minus cosine square by using the trigonometric substitution. That's why this is going to be cosine 7x times, instead of sine square x, 1 minus cosine square x times sine x dx. It's going to be. Now this sine x dx it's going to be replaced by du. I'm going to use the substitution method, and cosine x 7x is equal to u to the power of 7 times 1 minus u square du. It's going to be. Here I may distribute, and it will be equal to integral u to the power of 7 minus u to the power of 9 du. This is power rule. Now we are going to apply the power rule here, which is equal to u to the power of 8 over 8 minus u to the power of 10 over 10 plus c. It's going to be, which is equal to cosine x chosen as u, and that's why it's going to be equal to cosine to the power of 8x over 8 minus u to the power of 10. It's equal to cosine to the power of 10x over 10 plus c is going to be the answer. For this type of questions also I want to explain. Here I have chosen sine cube, but also cosine 7 may be chosen, like cosine 6 and times cosine 1 can be written, but that operation will be longer. That's why I have chosen this form. So the integral of cosine 7 times sine cube is equal to cosine 8x over cosine 8 minus cosine 10x over 10, cosine to the power of 10x over 10. It's going to be. Okay, the next question. If one of them is even, one of them is odd, here we don't have any choice. We will choose the odd one, or we will choose the first one or second one. We are going to directly choose the odd one. We are going to choose directly odd one, and we are going to separate into like cosine square x times cosine x. 1 plus the odd number, what it is, even number it's going to be, and this is sine 6 x times cosine x times cosine square x times cosine x dx. It's going to be. Okay, so I need to evaluate cosine x dx. Cosine x dx, if I need to evaluate, I need to substitute by sine x by u. Here I have cosine square x. I have started in the previous question earlier, but let's do like this first. See, sine 6x minus 1 minus sine square x. Instead of cosine square, I'm writing 1 minus sine square times cosine x dx. Now I have cosine x dx. That's why sine x it's going to be u. To get cosine x dx, the derivative is cosine x dx is equal to du. It's going to be. If I substitute now, integral u to the power of 6 times 1 minus u square du, it should be. That's equal to u to the power of 8 minus u to the power of 6 minus u to the power of 8. 6 minus u to the power of 8 du. It's going to be. Okay, then this is equal to u to the power of 7 over 7 minus u to the power of 9 over 9 plus c. U has chosen at the beginning sign, so it's equal to sine to the power of 7x over 7 minus sine to the power of 9 over sine to the power of 9x over 9 plus c. It's going to be, this seems like 8. Let me correct that one to understand better. Here it is. It's going to be, okay, if we have both even case, if both expressions are even, like these two here, we have to substitute. Here, how we substitute trigonometric substitutions we should use. Instead of sine square, I need to write 1 minus cosine, and instead of cosine, I need to write 1 plus cosine 2x. So instead of sine 1 minus cosine, I'm writing for this kind of both even, we are doing this substitution. 1 minus cosine 2x over 2 times 1 plus cosine 2x over 2, it's going to be dx. This 2 and this 2, if we multiply, it's going to be equal to 1 over 4. 1 minus cosine times 1 plus cosine, it's equal to 1 square minus cosine square, 2x, it's going to be dx, and that's equal to integral 1 over 4, 1 minus cosine squared 2x, it's going to be equal to, here, cosine 2x, pardon, sine 2x, 1, because it's equal to 1 minus cosine squared 2x, dx it's going to be, and if I get 1 over 4 in front of the integral, it's going to be equal to sine square 2x dx. Again, this is even, and it's only sine. That's why I'm going to use the same substitution, but this is sine 2x now. That's why 1 minus cosine 4x it's going to be. The answer is equal to 1 over 4 integral 1 plus cosine, actually 1 minus cosine 4x, because the sine x, if it is cosine 2x, sine x, cosine 2x, sine 2x, sine square 2x, it should be 1 minus cosine 4x over 2. 1 minus cosine 4x over 2, it should be. And this 2, if we have written in front of the integral 1 over 8, it's going to be 1 over 8 times 1 minus cosine 4x dx, it's going to be. Okay, if you remember the integral of the cosine ax plus b, integral cosine ax plus b, it should be equal to dx. 1 over a, here the a value is 4, 1 over a times 1 over 8 times sine ax plus b plus c, it's going to be. So if I substitute here this one, it's going to be equal to 1 over 8. The integral of 1, it's equal to x. Integral of cosine 4x minus integral of cosine 4x, it's going to be equal to, here 1 over 4 cosine, actually sine 4x plus c, it's going to be, and what is the expression here? Let me write that one. 1 over 8, 1 over 8x minus 1 over 32 sine 4x plus c is going to be our answer.